The hell's going on with Ukraine lately? First, it was drone footage of them bombing Russia's planes. And then after that, I believe they targeted the bridge that connects Crimea to Russia. So let me go to CNN to hear what they have to say just for a minute.
Today, Ukrainian officials are saying that they have hit another significant Russian asset, releasing this video of an explosion targeting the $3.7 billion Kerch Bridge, which connects occupied Crimea to Russia. Ukraine's security service says its agents planted more than 2,400 pounds of explosives underwater in an operation that lasted several months. This is the third time that Ukraine has attacked the bridge since the war began, and it comes just 2 days after Ukraine's remarkable spiderweb operation.
That means that while this man was getting yelled at by Trump and J.D. Vance in the White House, they were planning this the entire time. All these attacks were already in the works, and they didn't say a word. They didn't ask for permission.
That drone attack mission hit 41 long-range bomber jets at multiple air bases, some of them thousands of miles inside of Russia. Joining us now to discuss is retired U.S. Army Major Mike Lyons. Major Lyons, thanks so much for sharing your afternoon with us. So why has this bridge linking Russia and Crimea become such a key target?
Well, it's a major logistical supply chain for the Russians, bringing troops and material inside of Crimea. Crimea is really the reason why this whole invasion started. It's the must-have part of land that is in Ukraine that houses the Black Sea Fleet, the warm water port that the Russian Navy uses to try to project power throughout the world. So Crimea was always the most important aspect there. And this bridge attaches it to Russia proper. And so that's why, as Ukraine has tried to drop it in the past, Russia quickly rebuilds it because it's that important.
As Russian forces are pressing into portions of Ukraine, negotiations are still happening behind the scenes. I wonder what you make of some of the ceasefire options that Russia put forward in its peace memorandum.
Hold on, let's go through some of these. Ukraine withdraws from 4 partially occupied regions. Ukraine must never join military alliance, never host foreign troops, never acquire nuclear weapons. Russia gets back diplomatic and economic ties. So in short, if you sign this deal, you just sign up to be an extension of Russia and left vulnerable all the time. They had their agreement a while back. It was the Budapest Memorandum.
Official documents and acknowledgments by Russia to include the Budapest Memorandum, where they promised not to violate Ukraine's sovereignty in return for Ukraine giving up their nuclear weapons. Of course, the U.S. and U.K. also failed to live up to the Budapest Memorandum because we did not help protect Ukraine after they gave up their nuclear weapons. Now, this historical narrative that somehow Crimea was always part of Russia is exactly the narrative that the Kremlin wants.
Ukraine disarmed. They gave up their nukes. In exchange, they wouldn't be attacked by Russia, and if they were attacked by Russia, others, like their allies, would step in. Now, you want them to no longer have allies, and you want them to stay disarmed. Now, there is a real reason I'm looking at this. A hit dog hollers. Now, if you look on Russia 1, you can get an idea of how they feel about this operation. Not the one about the bridge, more about the planes. I guess they haven't really recorded their one about the bridge and how they feel about that yet, but I'm sure that's upcoming. There are subtitles provided, so you can follow along on the bottom. Quickly before he starts, when he walked out, did it not give you like a Legion of Doom kind of feel?
Ночью мы все следили за тем, что происходило. Ну, это страшная трагедия. А главное, у мира есть какое-то свое представление? К чему все идет? Мы же видим, что на самом деле мировая война неизбежна. Так что делать с этим будем. И очень интересно, все-таки у меня ощущение, что Такер, он как-то вот, поездка в Россию ему пошла на пользу. И так был хорош, и тут просто очень хорош. И тут Такер вдруг совершенно неожиданно увидел какой-то иной смысл всего происходящего. Он вдруг показал еще один пласт глубинного разрыва между Россией и Западом, и почему Запад так сошел с ума. Почему их так бесит наша власть.
So you already heard what's being tabled if they want peace. No one's ever going to sign that. No one's going to agree to that. You'd have to be crazy if you do. But
Перемирие. Трамп заявляет, Макрон заявляет. Вы вообще все о чем? Перемирие для чего? Остановить войну. Зачем? Которую развязала Россия в 2014 году, заявляет ничтожество Макрона. То есть конченые ничтожества навязывают нарративы, которые не имеют вообще ничего общего к происходящему. Простой вопрос. Вы все о чем? Вы вот реально все говорите о чем? Собирается кучка кокаиновых уродов.
now, given the terms of what was already put up to get a negotiation, if you couple that with what this says, they don't really want a negotiation. It's just kind of, they want you to stop so they could probably, I don't know, rearm themselves. And now it kind of makes you think that if they've been planning these kind of attacks for this long, it almost makes you wonder, do they have anything else in the works? Because if they took their sweet time planning this, and Russia had no idea, almost makes you think, hey, what else do they have up their sleeve? That's all I got for now. Whatever your thoughts are, leave them in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like, and I will see you again on the next one. Be easy, y'all.